Right, lads, welcome back today. I've got someone with me doing my NBA stream. Someone in the know in it. Someone in the know
Hello.
in the NBA. He's a Boston Celtics fan. Of course, you can see Celtics forever in his name. And yeah, he's got some hot takes on the NBA. But listen, Yusuf, how
Really?
how are you? How are you? How are you?
I'm great. It's good, It's good. It's all good. I had a good day today. Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently, it's been a big night for the NBA. A lot of people scoring a lot of points.
yeah, big weekend, big weekend.
Yeah. Big numbers. Big numbers. Surprisingly, the Toronto Raptors are on a losing streak. Toronto
I've actually
Raptors on
watched
a
the
losing
game as
streak.
well,
I feel
so
like
I can tune in on that game when we get to it. Um I watched a bit of the Brooklyn Nets and I watched
apparently
half of the
Scotty
games of it.
Barnes Scotty Barnes has injured his ankle. That is really bad for the
Yeah,
Raptors. Although Pascal Siakam's
not on
still gonna
form,
carry.
not on form against Heat though. But we'll get to that when we get to it. First game we got to think Heat Hornets versus the Pelicans and an expected win for the Pelicans. A close game, I mean, a lot of games this season I've had both
Yeah,
teams getting over 100 points. Like, um, it's been very
yeah.
entertaining. So
It's more and more points, just like more and more points every year recently in the NBA.
yeah, obviously, as you can see by the box score, Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier scored a lot of points
Yeah,
for the
like
Hornets,
there
and
there's some unusual people to score that many points.
yeah,
It's really strange
yeah.
because Lamelo Ball wasn't here. Lamelo Ball
I'll
was
I'll
injured.
let you pronounce the this name, Jonas
Jonas Valanciunas, you're close, man.
Valanciunas. Valanciunas.
Jonas Valanciunas, yeah. Or at
It's
least
the all
that's
the
how
symbols
they
above
pronounce it in America.
30
Yeah,
points for him. Brandon Ingram
yeah.
28.
It's an unusual night
Honestly,
for him. He, he he's a really like consistent guy, but he doesn't usually score this many points. It's a big game for this. Like he's really excelled tonight. Yeah,
yeah.
and again,
Obviously,
it is still the
both sides start really good. Both sides start with 2-1. But the Pelicans, I think especially, have looked quite good this year. With obviously a lot of
yeah.
people were hoping
Last
at the
last
beginning.
year, last year. Think about it. Last year, like, and the other year, Zion was injured and they were still a playoff team. Brandon Ingram's been a superstar, like, and now Zion's back, and the inevitable happened. They've just got better. They've gotten much better. Like, it's crazy. Like, Zion before he's scoring 27 points a game. I think
Yeah,
even if he like doesn't make a comeback that big, like he's still gonna make a huge impact. Like they're gonna be like a dark horse for sure, the contender maybe. Although they're
they've
pretty
already
young
started
and it's like
very well.
yeah, they're
The
starting
Hornets are starting
dominating.
off well. Yeah, very expected win, but good fight from the Hornets. Pacers versus Spurs. A game Spurs almost bottled. Obviously, Hano. Yeah. Go on. We'll
Yeah,
I didn't use
I
it.
mean both teams are flipping. They're both bottle jobs because they're both trying to tank for the big the big player this year in the NBA draft.
Yeah,
If you don't know his name, Victor Wembanyama, he's 7'4" and he can dribble and he's really fast and he's just like basically the next LeBron James.
yeah. They're saying
Victor
it was the next LeBron
Wembanyama.
James. That's
They're
what they've
saying
been
like,
saying.
it's not really that he's just better than LeBron James. He's probably going to be.
Yeah, I've heard people talk about him. Really
He's probably
competitive game, to be fair. Spurs up for most of the
yeah.
game. Obviously, went on with the, as you can see, this is the. I don't know if you
The
can see it.
the
Let me
two
just.
superstars. Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson's probably the best player on San
I don't
Antonio,
know
but
if
it
you
seems
can. I don't know if you can
Josh
see.
Richardson.
I don't know if you can see these like quarters, but like obviously first quarter Spurs won 36-26. Second quarter Spurs won 34-29. So how many points they scored? Third quarter
Yeah,
32-30. So Spurs dominant throughout the first three quarters. But then Pacers with the 49-35
yeah.
almost coming back in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Two sides
Josh.
that no one really expects to do much this season, but a very good game, a very competitive game, honestly. Who knows? I mean, Spurs,
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows what they can do?
One player who's probably gonna average. Sorry, I'm a bit laggy right now. But like Tyrese Halliburton, he's gonna score a lot of points this season, a lot more than he usually does, because he's like the only player on a really bad team. So he's gonna get all the ball time. He's gonna get like all the on ball time probably. So yeah, he's gonna be scoring points almost every game. I think a lot of points, a lot more than he usually does. And Josh Richardson, I'm surprised he makes a standout. He doesn't usually score this many points like he does, but he's kind of stood
Yeah, I
out.
mean,
Usually the best player on these bad teams, that like players can only they can only just take as many jump shots as they want, because if they do too good, like the Spurs, if they like win too many games, they're just gonna trade all their players. They're just gonna transfer them.
yeah. They-
Like
a lot. It's a case where
they're selling
a
teams.
lot
Like
of
it's
Spurs fans are
surprising that they're
saying
winning this
are
much.
wanting to lose. It's a case where there's a lot of Spurs fans saying this season they're
Yeah,
wanting to lose
they're
to
all
get that.
tanking. Like a lot of time, a lot of players are tanking.
Yeah, I mean,
Of
but
course, it could be
obviously
like
we'll get to the probably the most interesting game of the week comes in the next Spurs game, which we'll talk about later.
yeah,
That's the most interesting talking point, obviously, with a certain team tipped to be one of the best in the Eastern Conference, and then in the
Utah
title. But
Jazz have been
we'll
massive.
talk about that later.
Utah Jazz have been supposed to been Utah Jazz have supposed to been one of the worst teams, but they haven't lost
Yeah,
a single game.
everyone was
Not a
saying
single
that.
game.
Obviously,
They are going to be a selling team, and a lot of teams are going to want their players, because some of those players are some really good young prospects like Colin Sexton and Laurie Markin, and they're them two are good in that. And a player involved in
real
Donovan
goal,
Mitchell
guys.
trade.
But obviously, Wizards versus the Bulls. The Bulls with a really good first win against Heat, and that was in Miami as well. So even better win. But obviously, this in Washington, not great for the Bulls. Actually, leading in the
I don't
first
know.
quarter, but the Wizards were
See
getting
the
back.
boy.
The Wizards, and a very good win for the Wizards. And
Yeah.
the Bulls, those with ball injured. Off a defeat, a very competitive game, but Bulls just
Yeah, it's really competitive. Kyle Kuzma, he looks like he's gonna make a big leap this year. Last year he was really good, you know. He is a really good young prospect who's quite big for his position. He can play many positions. And yeah, he has a bright future. He's gonna be really good for Washington Wizards. But the Bulls, coming into this season, they had high expectations. But their starting point guard, Lonzo Ball, has been injured, so it's put a damper on their season. So it might. I don't think they'll really. They might make the
very well
playoffs.
so far.
Yeah, DeRozan is legendary. Like he is mid-range menace. He scored points every game. He's really consistent.
Let's see a former Raptors player. I wish we kept him, but obviously Bulls got him. But
yeah,
I mean, obviously Bradley Beal for the Wizards as well, doing quite well.
Bradley Beal is the thing is he's a star. You know, he's a star coming off the injury. He's got a good squad around him, so I think if they could do well. If they could, I really doubt that they might make like a deep playoff run if they're really lucky, but not really.
It just
I don't expect them.
The Eastern Conference.
Yeah, like the Eastern Conference is really deep. It's full of contenders like the Celtics, Bucks, Milwaukee,
Bucks, Cavaliers, Nets.
Oh yeah, Bucks. Sorry, not Bucks. Oh wait, yeah, Bucks. Sorry, I'm on my mind. Miami.
Maybe 76ers if they pull their form back. Maybe. Raptors, maybe. Who knows? Raptors. I think we're certainly going to be competitive this year. We've been seeing this year. We've
We're
been
not, yeah, but
competitive in every single game. Like last year, I remember the Brooklyn Nets versus the Raptors. I remember we got blown out that game. I watched it on. It was on YouTube
what can you
game.
do,
I watched
man?
it with you. So
That's
this game, at the very least, was
yeah, I remember
competitive.
that.
Before we talk about that game, which is actually after this game, talk about Hawks versus the Magic. Trey Young, well, he's always a big talking point for the
It's
Hawks, and rightfully so. Really good young,
yeah, but
really good. Yeah,
surprisingly,
the Magic.
Magic's like they're playing pretty good. You know, they're playing pretty good. Hawks
Yeah,
are definitely going to be good this season. They've got DeJounte Murray, a really good two-way defensive point guard who can score points as well. He was an all-star last season for the Spurs. The Hawks are going to be really good this year. A really young team. They don't have to win the championship now. They can win it in the future if they want to. They've got a lot of time. They're
yeah.
a dark horse, you could say, but like
Obviously,
they're
Magic.
kind of like another.
Magic are one of the sides. I mean, not many people expect much from the Magic this year, but a very, very
Yeah,
again,
they've got
another
their
game
players though.
very, very competitive. Another game.
Listen,
Like, up
all the
until the
Magic
end,
need
just
to
the fourth
do,
quarter, Magic were leading. So
all the Magic need to do, is just develop their players. They've got all the talent.
yeah,
They just need to like develop the players with who really good potential. Like the new draft pick who went number one overall, Paolo Banchero. He's really good. He's pretty good.
oh,
He's pretty good.
of course, the next two games, first of all, is my team, and then it's
Yeah,
your team. But I think we'll
is
talk about
this?
the Raptors first.
Kyrie Irving goes off for 30 points. He's back.
We got KFC delivery here. KFC delivery here. I don't know if you've
Uh,
ordered anything, Yusuf. But
KFC
listen, Kyrie Irving, after give it not a great first game, but he went off on us in this game. And
Yeah,
KD
Pascal
as well.
Siakam.
For us, Pascal Siakam, as always, being basically carrying us. He's been brilliant so far this season. Like, so good. Gary Trent Jr.
11 assists is insane. 11 assists with 37 points. With 37
Pascal
points
Siakam.
on decent shooting. That's crazy. Like
Pascal
he
Siakam
is
bad.
he's gonna
Honestly,
be the all-star for sure.
If we get a deep run, I think it'll be mainly because of Siakam. I think it'll be mainly because of Siakam.
We're not.
Because he's just so
The thing
good
is, like,
this year.
it's really weird because like the front office, like the managing like the staff, they all said that we want to rebuild and start again because they've won a championship like 3 years ago but they've got all the players, you know. If they add a bit to their squad, they could potentially become a very good contending team if they had a great player right now. They honestly,
Yeah, I mean,
it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal the way their squad is built. Yeah.
a big issue with the Raptors is, for me, when I've watched our games this season, a lot of
Yeah.
the shots, except Siakam's, a lot of the time, especially inside the range, inside that 2-point area, they're just all not being good. They're all missed. They're either on the rim, they don't go in, and then 3 points will be decent out this year. Especially, I think against Heat were quite good at 3 points, but it's those 2-point shots you need someone. We just not had that, and that's obviously 2-point. I think if we get like just 50% of our 2 points good, we probably beat Nets. Probably at least be more competitive against the Heat because we weren't good against the Heat probably on the second half. Yeah. Next game, we're gonna talk
How much did
how much did what?
Nothing, no, man. We're gonna talk about the Boston Celtics, the best team in the NBA.
Beating our contender for the NBA championship as well.
Top of the league. Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum in the regular season. Last season the team was crap for the first part of the season, But then Jason Tatum and the whole team started playing well under a new coach. However, that coach is now gone, and it seems to have
Yeah.
not an effect because they are literally what are they 3-0? Like they have the perfect
3
record,
0,
like
3 0
all wins.
against Heat, 76ers, and Magic. 3 0.
Yeah, those are Heat and 76ers. Those are championship contenders. That is
I mean,
crazy.
especially Heat,
Like
Obviously, 76. I mean, I think 76. If they beat Celtics, I think they would have had a completely different start. But the fact that they've lost that, they just set them on a bad one. And that is,
yeah,
if you had lost the 76ers, honestly,
76ers.
it could have been the
I
opposite
feel like
way. You could have even signed 0-3. But
Joel Embiid is playing like his Joel Embiid is like playing like his berries out. You know, like he needs like I don't know. He's suffering like through some state
yeah,
or something. I don't know what's up.
yeah.
He's usually in
For
MVP form.
the
Like
Heat against you. Jimmy Butler, typical Adebayo, Tyler Hero,
Tyler
Kyle
Hero,
Lowry, typical points for them
Tyler
guys.
Hero's starting, which is interesting. I think Tyler Hero's going to make a big leap this season because last year he was a bucket off the. He was mad. He was crazy. He scored 20 points off the bench, I think, and he I think it's going to be a phenomenal start this season. He's going to make a big leap. A
I mean,
lot of
obviously
expectations for him.
this game
He
last
he's
season.
got the money. He got the money. He got the money from an extension. He is ready
Yeah,
to. He's ready to break out. He's ready to break out.
yeah. I mean, honestly, this game last season, obviously, conference final and winning 7 for the Celtics. So honestly, a game which I thought the Heat would win, just because I thought, okay, Celtics, okay, they got a very good run at 76ers, but I think I mean, based on last year, they had a bit of they lost to the set phases early on, and they lost the
Yeah,
first game here, and so that's why I thought, okay, normally that sets them on a good run, because they tend to have really good
I
starts
feel like
after having a poor,
yeah,
poor
I feel
game.
like
So that's why I thought the Heat
I
would
feel
win.
like
But
they're
honestly, I
gonna
still got
be. I feel like a lot of people are underrating them because they had a bad off season because they didn't get anybody and they just got older. You know, Tyler Hicks, Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry probably like a bit older, but I reckon I was gonna make a mad jump to a 20 plus game scorer in points, and he's gonna be a good player. You know, he's just generally gonna be a good flipping it. Jimmy Butler's dread extension. Man. He looks like a
yeah,
girl.
I think the Heat this year, honestly, one of
The
the
Heat, the Heat,
one of my favorites.
the Heat. They might. I think the Heat. Jim Butler doesn't usually go off in the regular season. He usually waits till the playoffs to go crazy. You know,
I mean,
because the
obviously,
playoffs he
against
was
us,
dropping.
Jimmy Butler had to just
Yeah,
very well against us. Of course, it's
he
against
he
their alpha male.
devours. He devours teeth, man. He's a great player. He plays with aggression, passion.
Yeah, brilliant win for the Celtics as well, at this point, they were
Yeah,
2-0, and they will go 3-0 once we get to that game. But
yeah. A
next game
really
is
off
the
season.
Pistons.
Like
What
the
was that?
Celtics had a really good off season. The Celtics had a really good off season. Like they basically robbed Pacers starting point guard Malcolm, who is really good. He's averages 20 points per game before this, I think. Malcolm Brogdon for the Pacers, but now he's at the Celtics. They have have their point guard, their true point guard. You can score the ball. They're a proper team. They've even signed a few extra players to increase their depth. They're looking really hot this year. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you
Yeah.
there, but I just had to do that.
The
New
Knicks
York
versus the
Knicks.
Pistons. I say we'll win for
Emmanuel
the Knicks.
Emmanuel
The first game, the only real game where I thought, yeah, this is probably a blowout. It's probably quite simple because obviously 30-20 first quarter, second quarter 72-52, third quarter 103-81, and they ended up winning 130-106. The first game really where
Yeah.
I'd say, okay, that was not really as competitive as it
This
could have
is
been.
this is a blowout. It's a blowout. Nobody expects Detroit. Detroit are going to be a lot better this season because they've got Kay Cunningham and Jaden Ivey, and Jaden Ivey is going to be really good because he's just good. Jaden Ivey is.
Yeah.
New York
It's like
Knicks. They've got Julius Randle, who's not been good recently compared to like some of his seasons.
like
But
Jalen
Jalen Brunson is gonna
yeah.
be the man for the New York Knicks. He needs to be the man, but it seems like a lot of
Honestly,
role
as you
players
seen
stepped
last
up.
season,
RJ
as
Barrett
you
is
seen
really good
last
though.
season with Luka
He could
Doncic,
also be the star.
yeah, I mean, as you seen last season
Luke,
with Luka Doncic, one player can
yeah,
get you on a deep playoff run. So
yeah,
maybe
Luka
Jalen
Doncic.
Brunson
I don't
can
know,
be that
man.
player.
They don't need Luka Doncic in the world, man. Luka Doncic is
Yeah,
like Michael Jordan, man. He's built different. Built
Luka
different.
Doncic, he is actually really just so good, man. But the Rockets versus the Grizzlies.
He's
Now
crazy.
before the before anyone said anything about the Rockets, of course they got 0-3, but I still think they look better than they did last season. Because although they got 0-3, they've been competitive and they've been much better, I think,
Yeah,
performance wise than any performance
Jalen Green.
last season.
Yeah,
Jalen Green, yeah,
they
he's
have
really good.
they have some great talent. Same as them, except they're more electric. Like
Kevin Porter Jr.
they are, because Jalen Green
Honestly, I know they
and
gone 0-3, but it's their performances are much improved because they faced tough
yeah, just
sides. They faced the Grizzlies, the Bucks, and the Hawks, and they've been competitive in all
yeah,
three. That is brilliant. I mean, I think last season, honestly, it would have been
they've
completely
done
different. Last
they've
season, they'd
done
have gotten blowouts. So this
they've
season
done
is
really
actually
good
a massive
and
improvement.
they were
Yeah,
absolute tankers last season. They've got a really young, talented roster, just like the Magic, and an explosive player in Jalen Green, who's on 20 years old, who is ready to make a breakout season. He's begging to make a breakout season. He's 33,
yeah.
but Jamarant scores 49. Jamarant, he's the real deal. Like
I mean,
before,
can the
you were like,
Rockets?
is this guy superstar? Because I think he's
Yeah,
just a star. But yeah,
can the
John
Rockets
Morant is
get
a
like?
complete superstar, man. He's yeah.
I mean, with the Grizzlies, I say
The Rockets,
49 points from John Moran. 49 points from John Moran. He's mad. The
yeah,
Grizzlies with
he's electric,
good start.
electric.
The Grizzlies with, let's say, a good start. 2-1. I think that's a good start considering they have played some good sides. The Rockets, I
Yeah.
mean, can they get playing?
Well,
Can they get playing this year? It's very
they
much
could potentially,
a possibility.
but like they need to play like. I think they could. Yeah, I think they could. They're a pretty
I
darn
want to
good
see them
team.
against
They're
this
pretty
sort
good.
of. I want to see them against a side where I don't think they're playoff contenders. Because so far, all they played is. I guess the Hawks, maybe not, but the Hawks are still really good. And certainly the Grizzlies and the Bucks are both playoff contenders. I want to see them play that sort of side that's not because they have been competitive against all three. So honestly, I want to see
Yeah.
Bucks against a side that's not. But they have been good. Despite going 0-3, they have been good. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Rocket,
Timberwolves versus Jazz. Two of the dark horses. People are saying,
Rockets are they're still young, plenty of talent. Great team.
obviously Anthony Edwards, the star for Timberwolves,
I'm
going
lagging a bit. I'm
crazy.
lagging. Sorry,
Huh?
it's frozen. It's
Is it
frozen on
frozen?
you smiling.
Hello?
No, it's back now. It's back.
Right.
No, man, it's
What's going
jittering. It's jittering. It's mad jittering.
Is that you or is that?
Oh, they're dangerous.
But
I
the
don't know.
Timberwolves. Timberwolves very
Timberwolves,
very
they are
very
dangerous, man.
mixed start. I'd say mixed start. They are what are they? They are.
How did
I'm
the
wrong conference.
Utah
They won.
Jazz just like that? That's crazy.
Utah Jazz
The
are
Utah
really
Jazz
good at the
on
start.
top.
A team, but nobody thought
Why?
they had this good a start.
Jordan, to be fair, they have a decent roster. You know, Jordan Clarkson and Mike Conley are both really good, relatively serious. But Mike Conley's pretty old. He's a veteran. But they are guaranteed to be traded. Some of the Utah Jazz players, they're ones because they're going to be more valuable now. They've just won like 3 games. They're going to be selling, mate. They want to be like, they want to get the first draft pick. They get Victor Wembanyama. They don't want to get.
Timberwolves.
They're gonna trade. It's gonna be an all-out market, and some players gonna get a bit better. You know.
Yeah, Timberwolves. Mixed start, I'd say. Obviously Anthony Edwards, doing Anthony Edwards things. I mean, what a baller. Angela Russell doing well as well. I think Timberwolves are one of the two sides which are a lot of people's dark horses. Actually, I think Utah Jazz are just now. Just now.
Nobody expects them.
You know,
Like Minnesota Timberwolves, nobody expects them to get to the finals, but they're a good team, so I reckon they could get to like the conference finals. I reckon they could get to the conference finals pretty easily. You know, they're young, they're relatively young, but like if they don't, if they don't win with this roster, like it's basically over for them because like this is the last straw. They were supposed to have success like 2 years ago.
A lot of people have said, okay, not maybe not finals, but a lot of people have said they've dark horses. Okay, Timberwolves are up there.
It is a dark horse.
From people they are.
I reckon like a lot of people think Nuggets are dark horses. A lot of people.
Yeah, obviously we're talking about them next. That'll be perfect. Jokic.
Jokic.
Because I think people saw Luka Doncic last season, and then Jokic coming back. I believe he was coming back from injury, doing very well.
Nikola Jokic is the back-to-back.
Steph Curry was 34 points, but he couldn't save the Warriors as they fell to defeat against the Nuggets. Nuggets with not a great start, to be honest, but winning against the Warriors and a big win as well. A big win, 128.
There's a drama.
A big win for the Nuggets as Warriors fall to their first defeat of the season. Jokic.
There's a drama going on. And it's horrible. The Warriors, they've chosen Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins over Draymond Green. They've decided to give their young players extensions. It's going to be tough for them to pay all their players. They're going to let some players go at the end of the season. Someone's going. It's going to be Draymond Green. It's got to be.
Honestly, I think
he has a player option. He has a player option for the last year of his contract to the Warriors. He's 32. But I don't know, Draymond. He wants to test his market value. Like, he's a really ambitious guy. Yeah. It's a really good win for Denver. It's just Denver Nuggets playing as a team, really. Like, Steph Curry goes off for 34. Really good shoot from three as usual from Steph Curry. Really good.
I mean, obviously, 3-pointers, 45% made.
That is a good start. That's a good percentage.
3-pointers. The 3-pointers. And even then,
Andrew Wiggins out there doing work too. Now, Andrew Wiggins out there doing work.
Yeah, but Jokic for the Nuggets doing really well against the Warriors. And honestly, I've seen Nuggets actually a lot of people's have tipped
Jokic
the 5 is actually a team.
I bet they could make it.
I think actually, you know what? I think they could. Very well. I think they're one of the
easy. They were a first seed last year. can't remember. Are they the first seed? I know they were a pretty high seed, like
What,
sixth
Nuggets?
seed or something.
Nuggets
Nuggets
were
were like sixth seed. The
sixth seed,
thing
fifth
is,
seed. I think they were about fourth seeds, but I'm not completely sure.
yeah,
They're around
they
there.
were really they were really good without the injured players, but now Jamal Murray is back, who was last time he was scoring 20 plus points. And what's his face is back. The other guy. What's his name? Can you look at the box score?
Box
Can you
score,
look at the
box
box
score.
scores? What's his name? Oh, Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. is back,
Michael
and
Porter Jr.
Jamal Murray's
Yeah.
back. Both. That's the big
Wait, honestly,
three for the Nuggets.
if you look at the Western Conference, they are one of the strongest sides. Of course, you got the typical Grizzlies,
Yeah.
Warriors, Timberwolves, Clippers, maybe Mavericks, and you got a Nuggets. Those are the six. I say those
It's
are the six
crazy. It's
big hitters
crazy.
in the Western Conference.
And
Of course,
New
six playoff
Orleans.
spots, six big hitters. So I mean, they could easily even get to maybe to the final. I think Nuggets, because they've got a very strong
There's
team.
so many. Although there are so many strong teams this season,
Yeah.
most teams are either absolutely tanking and trading all their good players, or they're going for a championship. It's going to be a crazy
Yeah,
season.
you got. I mean, Eastern Conference has got Celtics, Bucks, Cavaliers, Hawks, Nets, Raptors, Knicks, Bulls, Heats, 76ers, 10
Philadelphia.
teams.
That's
Phil-
really crazy. That
And then Western Conference has got Clippers, Timberwolves, Warriors, Nuggets, Grizzlies, Mavericks. Maybe you could put the Suns in there if they perform. I say if they perform because
yeah.
I'm still not
To
completely
be fair,
sold on them yet. They've had a good start. They might have a good start.
to be fair, like I heard one of their bench players, pretty high role player, Jay Crowder, is not. They're finding a trade for him, so they might be a bit less deep, So they might have a bit of a worse season because before, they got the 1 seed last season, and nobody expected them to do that. So I think there'll be a underdog advantage won't be there anymore. Like teams will be gunning for them more. So
Obviously,
they're not going to be
an
as
A-League
good
start in
this
pre-season,
season.
I believe. We'll see an A-League start in pre-season.
Yeah, they lost to like a Australian side or something. It's just to show like shooting is a part of basketball.
Adelaide.
It makes
Adelaide.
they weren't ready for the Adelaide 36ers. 39ers was it?
Yeah. 36ers.
I don't even know what
Adelaide
that
36ers.
means. What year was 39? Yeah, I don't know, just use random years. Like I think 46 is for like 46ers is like a American football team for and it's like Independence Day. I don't know where all these years come from. It's probably something.
And speaking of the Suns, next game we're talking about, perfect that go into it again, but Suns versus
Damian Lillard.
Portland Trailblazers. And the Portland Trailblazers have had a 3-0 start, and this was their 2-0. Brilliant.
James back. Damian Lillard, 41 points.
41 points. And if we look at the entire box score, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Brilliant Damian Lillard performance. And the Suns, Devin Booker,
Yusuf
as usual, getting more points. DeAndre Ayton, 26 points as well. Obviously, Chris Paul with 10 points.
Both really good players. Chris Paul.
I think Chris Paul's the reason why Suns didn't win it last year. Chris Paul's the reason. Chris Paul.
That man is allergic to rings. He can't even eat onion rings.
Yeah, exactly. But Trailblazers, brilliant start. Do you think Trailblazers are a dark horse? Do you think Trailblazers can do something this season? The NBA.
There's too many teams. Too many. Like it's a small possibility.
Trailblazers are in the Western Conference where they could do something, considering even even the Mavericks, are they one of the big hitters? The Mavericks, Luka Doncic, but apart from him, if he gets an injury, then I think the Mavericks are probably done for. To be
Yeah,
honest with you.
Mavericks. Injury Luca would be like shooting in the water. It'd be like drowning for them. Their whole entire season would be gone.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. The Western Conference, I think Trailblazers can do something if they keep this up, and that's a big if, to be fair, because
Yeah.
although they started off very well, the games against the Lakers, the Suns, and the Kings. Kings have gone 0-3. Lakers, as we know, have also gone 0-3 and look terrible this
Yeah,
season.
Lakers.
And the
Lakers. They need
Suns
shooters.
poor.
They need shooters. The Suns. They're out of what? They're out of the wavelength. There's
The
something wrong
Trailblazers,
with like the chemistry there.
I want to see Trailblazers against a Grizzlies or a Timberwolves or a Clippers. One of these sides in the Western Conference.
Nah,
One of the top
Trailblazers
sides.
like
See what they're gonna do.
Trailblazers like Trailblazers are like a bit of a compared to these other great teams. They're a bit mediocre. I think they're a really
Even
good team
like-
for sure, but like
Even like what's a lower but good team in the Western Conference? I mean, Trailblazers, I need to see them against a good side because so far they've played the Suns, the Lakers, and the Kings. I want to see them. I know it's disrespect to one of the other sides, but I want to see them against a Grizzlies or a Nuggets or a Warriors. I need to see them against these sides because so far
yeah,
it's not convincing when you don't play the best sides. I want to see them against these sort of sides, but for a really good start for the Trailblazers, maybe they can keep it up. Who knows? Think of these things. But the subject of the title, the 76ers go 0-3 against the
absolutely
side
blood clot, man.
against the side.
Joel Embiid tries to save 76ers, but he can't. He can't. Nothing will save the 76ers. They're doomed. They're doomed, mate.
James Harden with only the 12 points.
James
had a
Harden
good
even
season
became
at the
skinny Harden. James Harden even
Skinny
became
Harden.
that didn't work for them. That didn't work for
Skinny
them.
Harden actually had a very good first two games, but then this game came along. Only 12 points against the Spurs. And honestly,
To be fair, like look, Tyrese Maxey, a player who looks like he's breaking out. He's a pure scorer. Him. He's also dished out 6 assists. That's pretty good for him. Might be a breakout season for him, maybe. It's been a long time coming. I'd say a long time.
it gets
But been
a bit poorer when you see James Harden's performance. 3 out of 12
That is
3-pointers. 1 out of 6
3 out of
3-pointers.
12.
What a big field
That is
goals.
ridiculous. Man, I was playing
12
NBA
assists.
2K and that guy. He's slipping. He is 1,000 times worse than he is in like I don't know what to say, man. That's
12
just
assists, though. To be fair to James Harden, 12 assists is actually very good, to be fair to him. 9 rebounds.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe that was a bit harsh.
It's
His shooting,
like
I think.
the
not great.
efficiency. The efficiency is like really bad, but like the assists kind of like it kind of redeems it a bit, but it's kind of like
His shoot,
averages out.
I think his shooting was poor, but his assists were 12 assists. You can't argue with that.
Yeah, but I feel like if he shot more instead of dishing out assists, then maybe he would have scored more and made his efficiency look better.
Yes. Obviously for the Spurs, Devin
See,
Vassell
look-
and Keldon
look,
Johnson
Spurs.
and Trey Jones.
Keldon Johnson is like basically the best player on the Spurs, I'd say.
I
I don't know what to say, man. Keldon, like, it's a bad team, you know. Like, there's no one to take shots. Like,
Maybe the
he's
chemistry.
the
though.
only one taking shots. Like,
Maybe
there's
the
not really
chemistry, though.
chemistry. Yep, they don't want chemistry. They want to lose.
They want to tank it, and yet somehow they've beaten the 76ers. Oh, 76ers. I'm
That is
obviously talking
embarrassing.
about their next game. 76 is absolutely embarrassing defeat against the Spurs. And honestly,
Yeah.
there was not one moment in the game where they looked like winning. Obviously, the final score looks like it was close. Honestly, though, it wasn't. For the entirety of the game, Spurs were in the lead after the first quarter.
80. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, after the first quarter, 85-77 after the third quarter.
They only
There was
they
not
only
one
won
moment in
one
the game where
quarter
the
though. They
76ers
they
were
only
winning.
won one quarter. The 76ers only won one quarter. That is kind of
Yeah.
maybe showing a bit of weakness. Like they don't have endurance for the whole game. Like it's weird.
76ers, aside where they were most people's, honestly, I'd say most people's favourites in the Eastern Conference, and yet,
Yeah, a lot of people
what
like they
a
see
bust
Harden's
job.
workout photos. He
Yeah,
was looking good in the preseason. There was like pictures of him fit going around. It was like, oh, James Harden's
he
back.
is, to be fair,
MVP James Harden.
he's not as fat anymore, but he's still
Yeah,
not,
he's skinny.
I
He's
wouldn't say
skinny as he's fit, but he's nowhere near himself. Like he's a shadow of the James Harden he used to be. He's old. He's washed. He will never be a star
To
again.
be fair,
Never.
the first two games, he actually looked very good, James Harden, despite losing both.
Yeah,
This game, assists, but the terms of the shooting, 3 out of 12 2-pointers. Is that great? No, it's not. It's not
it's
great at
not
all, to
good,
be honest.
especially for him. But he was still dishing out them assists. 12 assists kind of balances it out. It's pretty good.
Spurs
I think I
2-1.
think we should move on. I think we should move on.
Yeah, with Spurs, people want to tank, and they're not. Yeah, as Pacers beating the Pistons. Pacers were the first one of the season. I mean, honestly, the Pacers were the side where I thought, okay, this side is definitely going 0-3 with the 76ers, and somehow they've got
Yeah,
the win against the Pistons. But a good win for the Pacers.
I guess Tyrese Halliburton has really stepped up and trying to get a few wins. And like
Benedict,
that
Mathurin,
Benedict Maturin, he's also stepped up. He's really good for
Jalen
some
Smith
reason.
as well.
And even I think he's a rookie, Benedict Maturin. He's been really good for him so far. He has
He
high
wasn't even a starter.
expectations.
Wasn't even a starter.
Yeah,
But 2 out of 2.
How many minutes? Oh, he played 30 minutes to be fair. That's a lot.
30 minutes, 30 minutes.
30 out
And
of
the start
48.
he played 32, 27. Jalen Smith was a starter and he played less, so I think he probably was subbed on early or
Yeah.
something like that.
It kind of they
very good
leave
win
you
for
on when you get hot.
tanking though. But to be fair, is it a good win for the Pacers? Considering I think they're probably going to want to tank this season, as you said earlier. Is it actually? Would you say it's a good win?
Yeah.
Because they want to tank. They want to tank. So
Yeah, and Cade Cunningham scoring 22 points. That's pretty average. Like, it's pretty good for him because he's like a rookie and he should be doing a lot better this season. I'm going to see him consistently score more probably. Like, he was scoring 20 last season, but I feel like he'll be more comfortable this season. And like the Detroit Pistons are just going to be better as a whole. They got Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Cade Cunningham. They're a pretty good team, but I don't think anything significant. They're not. I don't think they're even going to make the playoffs. Like,
yeah,
there's just so many teams
the
that
Celtics.
there's so many teams that are good this year. It's actually crazy. So many teams just press.
Speaking
So
of
many
the
teams.
Celtics, would you say scraping by against Magic? It was a very close game for a long time. And it kept going back and forth. It was like a game of table tennis. It kept going back and forth. Okay, Celtics get 3-pointers, so the Magic get 3-pointers. Magic make it level. Magic take the lead with a 2-pointer. Celtics take the lead with a 3-pointer. Magic take back the lead. Celtics take back the lead. Celtics equalize. It was a very, very tight game, that table tennis.
It just shows you.
Going back and forth. So
it just shows you how passionate like the Magic are to rival like a finals team like that. It's crazy.
Magic are another one of these sides, like the Rockets. They're 0-3, but I don't think their performances have been half bad.
Their heart is in it.
Their performances have been half bad, like the Rockets.
Points, Jason Tatum putting it to bed.
40 points. And 40
Putting
points.
it to bed.
Jalen Brown only getting 12.
It's not higher than Damian Lillard's, but Damian Lillard
Look at
scored the
this.
most points so far.
Look at this: 89% free throws, 91%
That
of
is
2 points.
that is good. That is really
10
good
out of
percentages.
11
That's
two
really
pointers for
efficient.
his team compared to James
That is
Harden as well earlier with
that is so
17%.
efficient. I think
But
that
from
might be the
17% for
most.
James Harden to this, mad. And then
That might
40%
be the most
3 pointers as
efficient.
well.
The most efficient. Freaking the most efficient points of the season, probably. That the most efficient performance so far. Ooh, the Boston Celtics. No, that's not the one. Come on, next one.
Cavaliers blowing out the Bulls, let's be honest. It was a very good first
Blowing
win,
them
as
off.
I said before recently, blowing out the Bulls.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing the Bulls can do. Drummond, Zach Levine. They're missing
Rosen,
their Lonzo Ball. They're missing Lonzo Ball.
Rosen with a poor performance. Only 33% of 2 pointers. They didn't
Yeah,
attempt any 3 pointers. He didn't attempt any
I
3 pointers.
guess
A
it's
poor
not.
performance from him.
It's not too bad, you know. I don't think they're gonna do much this season because their starting point guard is injured. Mister Mister Ball,
Cavaliers.
Mister Lonzo Ball. Cavaliers
Cavaliers,
are
we beat them.
unstoppable.
They're poor All Stars. We beat them, but they blew out the Bulls. Donovan
Cavaliers
Mitchell,
could,
brilliant.
yeah. Donovan Mitchell, he's wearing 45 to resemble Michael
Cavaliers,
Jordan.
obviously, we know what Cavaliers are most known for. We're not the most known for.
LeBron.
It's the most known for that LeBron team. The LeBron team. But they
Yeah,
look good this year, you know. They look really good this year, honestly.
they are.
Good,
Yeah, they're crazy. They got 4 All Stars. Jarrett Allen. They got Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen.
It's because a young team never wins it first year. Grizzlies didn't win it, for example, last year. So a young team usually never wins it first year.
They were damn close. Grizzlies almost beat the Warriors without Ja Morant. They won against the Warriors after Ja Morant got injured. Crazy. A lot of potential in all teams this
Game
season.
7, wasn't it?
All teams have something going for them. There's no idly by. There's none. There's a direct goal.
Game.
Yeah.
The next game, Heat versus the Raptors. First half,
the Raptors.
Second quarter especially, they beat us 33-17 the second quarter. Obviously, that's without the first quarter points. 33-17. Put that into perspective. We went into the second half with a 21-point deficit, for God's sake, man.
I can't stop staring at Jimmy Butler's extension, man. They're crazy.
Jimmy Butler, as I say, mental.
Jimmy Butler is crazy, man. He does stuff just to mess with people. Scottie Barnes,
he didn't actually
got a haircut, man.
Obviously, he made that really good 2-pointer. Only 1 out of 3 free throws. 5 out of 8 2-pointers, not great, but he missed a few.
No. It's good efficiency. It's not the best efficiency. It's pretty damn good efficiency. I don't think enough shots.
Obviously, 1 3
I think he should.
But there's a few.
Was this the game? Was this the game he got injured? Was this the game he got injured? Because then, that makes sense.
He made a really good 2-pointer and then he got injured, and he missed a free throw before he got injured.
It's tough. I think that's kind of a side effect of the injury. It's really tough for the Raptors. They have to suffer a lot like that.
But after the second quarter, look, bro. Look at this. Look at that.
Domination. Look at that. Just free throws galore. Look at those free throws.
We were just letting them get the ball, man. Our shooting was off in this game. Our shooting was off in this game.
That must be mentally draining. That's a big, long stretch of domination. A big long stretch. Right. Milwaukee Bucks versus.
Honestly, to be fair, a good, almost a fight back from the Raptors, and after the 21 points deficit in our half time, it's mad that we got the 3 points. But, I mean, OG was very good. I thought from what I saw of him. I mean, although he only had
OG
25% of
Anunoby.
he
OG
was good.
Anunoby is absolutely. He is like. He's gonna be class this season. I think.
I
I
mean, as
think a
you can
lot
see,
of people.
look at these 2 pointers. That's the issue. 2 pointers
Yeah.
shots. Obviously, let's get this.
Something got to give.
47%, 33%. You got 25%. In terms of 63%, you got 30. Oh my god! And then you got 33%. 2 pointers, dreadful.
Yeah.
2 pointers, dreadful.
It's well, they're still scoring points, but yeah, maybe they can increase the efficiency of shooting the threes.
Even Siakam was only 47%. And that was a key thing pointed out early on as well. There's the 2 pointers. The 3 pointers were fine. The 3 pointers for us were fine, but it's the 2 pointers we needed to work on in the game.
Efficiency.
Yeah, the Heat obviously got their first win of the
Right.
season. It was coming. I think they battered us. The Heat battered us in this game. Yeah,
The Miami Heat are bringing heat. What can I say? Alright, Bucks versus Rockets.
To be honest, actually,
Yeah,
I did say the Rockets were competitive in every game. It probably was a blowout.
There was nothing to do here. There's nothing to do here. You can't beat the Bucks.
That's the reason. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't know what the Rockets can do against him. Honestly,
Drew Holiday had a pretty good game. 10 assists is pretty good for him. And can I just scroll and see his defensive stats?
All you can say is Giannis Antetokounmpo. What?
44.
Is he one of the best of all time? Honestly, is he?
He is at 26, 5 years old, 25 or 26 years. Top 20, top 30 all time, top 20 all time.
Is he? Is the big question? Is he better than Steph Curry? Is he better than Steph Curry?
Yes. Yes. He's better than Steph Curry. He's better. There's no question. Better. There's no question.
Yeah, I mean,
he is just so dominant. He can shut anyone down. He can do what he wants. He does what he wants.
Giannis Antetokounmpo almost single-handedly beat you last year. Almost single-handedly beat you, and that was just him, and he got in the game.
Yeah, with his second best player injured, Chris Middleton.
Yeah, like.
Then again,
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday is kind of as good as Drew Holiday is kind of good too, but I'd say Chris Middleton was missing, and he still put up a fight. He still took the Celtics in the last year's playoffs to Game 7, and it was a tough series.
Obviously, for the Rockets, Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., usual suspects. But
yeah, Jalen Green, he's big this season. Big up Jalen Green. He is gonna be good. He is being good. He's not just gonna be. He's being good.
The Mavericks. I think this is a win needed for the Mavericks. A blowout against a championship side. A blowout for the Mavericks. A blowout against the Grizzlies.
I think it's just the whole team playing good, and Luka Doncic just being Luka Doncic, and everybody just playing their role. As you can see, Christian Wood, their recent trade from last season. I mean, from the off season, but he's just been recently brought in. He's a pretty good player. As you can see, he scored 25 points. He can shoot threes. He'll be a really partner for Luka Doncic. He can run the pick and roll quite well with him. He's gonna be a helping hand for Luka. What can I say?
And the Mavericks. Do you think they could do a repeat?
What do you mean by like a repeat?
But last season got to the conference finals. Do you think they can get there again?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think so.
Really?
It's a much different
Yeah, obviously.
situation. There are so many contenders, and I don't know if Christian Wood's gonna fill the hole of like the scoring hole that Jalen Brunson like filled
Yeah,
for the Mavs. Because Jalen Brunson, they've had to let go. Someone else, the New York Knicks has signed them. He's taken away Jalen Brunson for
yeah.
free. But to be
I mean,
fair,
I think
Christian Wood's going to be amazing. Christian Wood's going to be great for the Magic, for the Mavs. Sorry, not the Magic. The Mavericks are going to enjoy Luka Doncic and Christian Wood. They're going to be good together.
a very good win against the Grizzlies, though. A mad win, a blowout, but
The Grizzlies, yes, shock win. It's still the early season, so we shouldn't. I'm
so
gonna
obviously
overreact because
we shouldn't overreact. Obviously, that's
no,
why
no,
I
no.
still said
I
second
like to
seed
overreact.
because
I like to overreact. I like to overreact.
yeah, the 76ers will still probably get playoffs, but
Yeah, easy.
yeah,
But who knows? Who knows?
what seed will they get? I mean, who knows? Yeah, what seed will they get though?
Utah Jazz for championship. Utah Jazz for championship.
The Pacers,
I'm
the
joking.
Pacers for the championship.
uh,
So,
okay, here we
the
go.
Nuggets
Yeah,
versus the
Denver.
Thunder.
This is
Thunder
easy.
actually been very competitive, only winning by 5
Yeah,
points. The Nuggets, but
it's quite shocking because
Jokic Nuggets.
they're the same team as last year basically, because their recent rookie has been injured. Their promising rookie, he injured his leg. I forgot what he injured. I think it was a knee injury. He's one of them tall blokes, so they're pretty. He injured it in the off season. I don't know. I think he's playing basketball for some random league, prom league, on the side. A lot of NBA players do that. Apparently, he just injured it. It's very unfortunate because I believe he could have won Rookie of the Year. He seemed like Chet Holmgren seemed like an alright player.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
obviously
7 foot.
Jokic.
He's got
But
really good interior defense. Like this big, leaves a big hole in the OKC team that we thought was going to be good to this year. I guess Shea Alexander, he's still going to be good every season. He's amazing. Fan of him since day one.
Michael Porter Jr. did very well for the Nuggets. Jokic getting 13 assists. Mad. Mad
Yeah,
amount of assists.
his playmaking for a big man is on another level. It's crazy.
But the Kings versus the Clippers.
Oh, this is a very up and down game, but it seems the Clippers closed it out in the second half. Reggie Jackson
Yeah,
scoring it.
the Kings actually were up at half time by 3 points.
Yeah.
Notice how they weren't up by 21 points, Raptors. Notice how they weren't up by 21 points, you bastards. But yeah. I mean, the Kings
Paul
they made it
George
close.
point.
Obviously,
What can I say? What can I say? Let's see.
last
Let's
quarter-
see who are the big hitter was Paul George and De'Aaron Fox still having a bit of a duel.
Yeah,
I think
36
Paul
points,
George.
and they have
Paul
40
George
points.
kind of won that one. Paul George, he's criminally
Yeah.
underrated, but as you can see, he is still going strong at like 32 years old. He's great. He's a brilliant player.
Yeah. Obviously, the Clippers, one of the
And
contenders. Can they win it all? Can they win it all?
yeah, a lot of people credit their depth. A lot of talent on their roster. A lot of players that are really good. In fact, their bench could be a whole team. Their bench could be a whole team.
Yeah. The Lakers versus the Trailblazers, and the Lakers continue their woeful start 0-3.
LeBron James.
A very-
He's got nothing to do. He's gonna have to trade everyone. Yet again. I don't know what they're gonna get for Russell Westbrook. Like maybe they can get Mike Conley, which would be really good for him because they need shooters, and Russell Westbrook is not a shooter. LeBron James is not really a shooter, and Anthony Davis is definitely not a shooter, even though he thinks he's a shooter.
I mean,
Like they haven't got any
can the
shooters.
Lakers? Can the
Like
Lakers
all that.
even get playing?
Let me tell you something. Wait. Let me tell you something. The Lakers probably in the NBA have had the worst jump shot efficiency. Like they've had the worst jump shot efficiency from distance. It's crazy. They
Yeah,
desperately need shooters. Once they get that shooters, once they get that chemistry going, just like 2020, they could possibly like go for a championship finally. I mean, what's the point of going old when you can't even get into the playoffs? What's the point of like trying to win now? You can't even get to playoffs.
can't even
LeBron
get to
James
play in.
wasted away. Yeah, no, they're not even playing. Yeah. That is
The
weak,
Hawks
man.
versus
It's
the
weak.
Hornets. Hold on.
Trey,
Continue.
You're going off as usual. Damian
Yeah,
Lillard,
going on.
he's
But,
back.
the Hornets, the shock win.
Not
Would you say it's a blowout? To be fair, would you say it's a
Kelly
blowout? I
Oubre
mean,
Jr.
Hornets.
Kelly Oubre, he stepped up, and I believe someone got 100% efficiency on 20 shooting. Nick Richards, he's
Nick
crazy.
Richards, yeah,
Yeah, he
and
is
then
mad. I took a look at this. I was like shocked. I was like, what the flip? How did they beat the Hornets? I mean, I guess it's just like the Hornets. Yeah, they've got a team of some decent players that are stepping up. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, the
looks like
Hornets like
a lot of people haven't seen this. They don't. I don't know.
maybe Michael Jordan's secrets
Very
play for them. Maybe he's in
maybe Matt
disguise.
Jordan's. He's giving the secrets to the players.
Maybe Michael
Because
Jordan wasn't actually that good. Maybe he just paid off people and he's paying off people again. But
the NBA's already
Hornets
have too much money.
third. Hornets third. Obviously, the last few games we're going to talk about before the predictions. Which we're gonna try and make the predictions maybe fast because we are already over an hour. 2 games over after extra time wins already. Cavaliers, Wizards with I think there's a shocking getting into extra time Wizards, but a very good effort.
Yeah,
The Cavaliers.
yeah. Bradley Beal clearly tried to hold off the Wizards, but like the Cavs. Sorry, it seems he kind of went on a run in the first quarter, but it seems that the Cavs just dominated the whole game there out and kind of came back. They kind of went harder, kind of. But it seems Donovan Mitchell's completely stepped over him. Donovan Mitchell stepped over Bradley Beal, who is coming back from an injury. I don't know if the Wizards. I think the Wizards could make the play-in. Probably a play-in team, the Wizards. But the Cavs are just dominating, as you can see. The Cavs, like, even though they've lost one, they're
against you
going nowhere. Yeah, Boston. Boston can't be stopped. The TD Garden. TD Garden is a dangerous place.
Who'd Cavaliers lose to?
Boston. Now.
Nah, Raptors. Siakam went mad.
Frequent. I mean, Siakam's really. He is breaking. He's breaking out. He's shining light.
So good.
There's NBA is exploding right now.
Honestly, this is me watching Siakam. But with something different.
Oh, yo, man. Come on. I know it's not. I know you don't care if it gets age restricted. But come on.
What do you mean?
That's crazy.
But the Jazz getting an extra time win, 1 point win. A 1 point win.
Like
so unlucky for the Pelicans. Yeah, the Jazz just about squeaking by 3-0. And the Jazz, I mean, you can't say they played bad sides. The
Lauri
Markkinen. The Jazz, you can't.
Lauri Markkinen, some potentially really good talent there. Some Colin Sexton and Lauri Markkinen are definitely standouts on this team. However, it's just a decent team overall, I guess. They've had a little bit of chemistry. It's really weird. They're going to have to start trading all the players quickly. As you can see, Laurie Markin has gone off. Kelly Olynyk, a decent player, he's gone for 20. It's just a bit of a disaster for the Jazz. Also, it's not like, what are they going to do? Like, do they've got to trade all their players. They've got to transfer them. Get rid of them. They've got to tank.
Yeah.
This is not the plan.
Our Jazz gonna win the championship. Our Jazz gonna win the playoffs.
No. I think they're going to want to keep some of the...
He's gonna miss out on playoffs.
Yeah, maybe.
Finishing bottom with 0-82 76ers. Actually, 76ers are like Deji. 76ers like Deji.
Right, you're right about that.
Pelicans.
But who knows? Deji looking kind of nice, Deji's looking kind of nice nowadays.
I mean, actually,
Deji's
not Deji anymore. Well, the old Deji. But 76ers looking like the old
only
Deji.
taking L's. That's what he's doing. Only taking L's.
Yeah.
Taking L's. Only taking L's. Alright, come on, the Pelicans.
I mean, we don't really need to spend too much time on this game, do we? A simple win for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards goes off yet again.
There was nothing they could do. Like Ludo, I guess he kind of stood out as a, I don't know. Anthony Edwards is kind of like Anthony Edwards is shown out as the clear star of this team. Everybody knew he was the star, but now he's just solidifying it as the young gun of this team. He's breaking the season. He's going into the high numbers, and I'm all for it. I want him to.
The Warriors beating the Kings 0-3.
Man like Steph Curry.
Like Deji was. Steph Curry, 33 points.
Andrew Wiggins. See, it's the same people. Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, and Steph Curry. It's the big three, the future big three for the Warriors.
I mean, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Wayne Looney. I say Wayne Looney. Kevin Looney, but Wayne Looney is my nickname.
Wayne Rooney.
Wayne.
He's not even English. He's American. He's American. He's not even English.
I don't care. Wayne Looney. Wayne Looney.
Right. Wayne Looney.
Klay Thompson, obviously, he's not really made an impression on all of the Warriors. To be honest, he's not really been.
He needs like I think he's gonna be pretty good once he gets into the rhythm again, because he's been injured for like 2 years. When he came back last year and he got a championship, so I think he's gonna get in his feels in the season, and he's just gonna be like shooting threes and catch and shoot threes. Before you know it, he's gonna be scoring the mad points. Before you know it, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy once you see him in action. He gets hot like you never seen hot before. He scores points off those threes.
Devin Booker going mad against the Clippers. A shock win for the Suns. The Clippers, their first defeat, obviously.
See, Suns kind of showing here that they're not just a bunch of bums. Suns clearly not falling off. They're showing us here. They're kind of trying to prove people wrong. Devin Booker seems to be doing really well for himself. Like 30 plus points every game. Crazy.
Yeah, and the Clippers fall to I'd say a shock defeat against the Suns. Like, it probably won't mean much, but call from the Clippers.
A lot of people still take the Clippers over the Suns in the playoffs. But then again, it's a really even-sided thing.
I mean, I said earlier about Pascal Siakam, but also
I think 76ers break their losing streak. 76ers break their losing streak.
But this is definitely, maybe I was joking about Siakam, but this is definitely going to be me if 76ers lose tonight. Is it? It's tonight. If this is definitely going to be me if 76ers lose again tonight.
Is there actual hand sanitizer in that? Is there actually stuff on your hand?
Maybe. Oh no, it's on my touch pad. It's on my touchpad. Oh no.
Flipping
Got to clean my
Dodo.
touchpad.
Oh my
I
god, what are
found
you
it.
doing, man? Man,
I
like,
was using it, the hands on the hands and fell off, man. But 76 versus the Pacers, surely not. Surely not. 76.
nah, 76ers half. It's the last straw. They have to break the
Surely.
streak, right? They have to break the streak.
They have to, because they
Please,
got us.
please.
So for the sake of that, I hope they don't break the streak because they have us next week. This week actually.
Yeah, but
Wednesday.
it's kind of a moral dilemma because when they have you next after this, they're gonna want to win even more. Like they might be more
Yeah, but
motivated.
they're gonna have been on good momentum. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
it'll
that's
just be
true.
funny if they lose again. It'll be funny if they go 0 and 4. Worse than Deji.
Nah,
Deji got 1
that'd be
and 3.
crazy.
Deji
That'd be
got 1 and
crazy.
3. 76 has got even
There's
worse than
no
Deji.
there's no conceivable way they could lose against the Pacers like that again. There's no conceivable
You
way.
say that, but at the same
None.
time, they didn't do the
No.
Spurs.
No. I refuse to believe it.
It's in Philadelphia. But I am gonna go with the 76ers. They have to. They
Nah,
have
nah.
to.
I don't. I'm not repping Joel Embiid, by the way. I've just got a picture of him flipping getting touched with a finger and just diving.
Oh, man's repping. Man's repping the.
Oh,
Hold on. Man's repping the.
I'll get a picture of you, man.
Man's repping the 76. Man's
Let me
repping
show
Joel
you.
Embiid. Man's repping Joel Embiid. But surely 76 don't lose.
What's that? What's that? Let me show you.
Well, let's see.
Stupid thing, man.
While you do that, we'll move on. Heat versus the Raptors. I think the Heat are gonna win again. I think they're gonna win again. I'll be honest. Again, Miami again.
Forget it. Oh, forget it. Let's flipping fingers, bit junky. Sorry.
The Pascal Siakam may get something, but honestly, I think we're gonna lose again. Jimmy Butler. I mean, everything was going for them against us especially in the first half against us. But I think they'll beat us again. I'll be honest. I'm not confident at all. Knicks versus the Magic. I'm gonna go with Knicks win quite simply. I just think Knicks are better. Obviously, you got Jalen Brunson. I think the Knicks will.
Jalen Brunson, Obi Toppin, Julius Randle, RG Barrett. RG Barrett and Jalen Brunson are two main ones. Yeah, they're gonna be the point contributors.
I think
probably.
Magic will go 0 and 4. The Bulls versus the Celtics.
Man, this is slaughterhouse. This is slaughterhouse.
I could easily see Celtics slipping up, but do I think you'll slip up? Probably not, to be honest. I don't think this is your way to slip up. If you slip up, it'll be against a Bucks or Warriors or something like that. But
yeah, for sure.
The Bulls,
I mean, we are literally a finals team, a potential champion, except we've made us better and we've fixed our issues. Literally, we're like literally a complete team almost.
I'm gonna
there's
go with
no way. Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the Celtics to make it 4-0.
I mean, a lot more people than expected. 24%. I know Chicago was good, like they got the first seed, but they're just missing.
People are just saying, looking at
they're missing.
Surely not 4-0. I think that's the reason.
Yeah. People are like, it's tough, man.
The Rockets against the Jazz. Honestly, I think this might be where the Jazz lose. Because Rockets look much better this season, despite going 0-3. I think they'll really want to win this time.
Let's think about the matchups. I think Sadiq Bey is okay. So section, so Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson against Jalen Green and Jaden Ivey. I think Rockets could probably win. Yeah. It just depends whether Lauri Markkanen is guarded, because Lauri Markkanen, he can score. He's shown it for one season. Last season he was pretty good. This season he's showing out because They've given him the keys to the team. They've given him the keys because there's no one else. There's no one on the team, and there's some veterans too. Like
I think
he's
the
he's
Rockets.
guaranteed to go off. I think.
We'll actually
And
go with the underdog pick. Only 25%. We're going with the
I think you
underdog.
should go with the Jazz. Go with the Jazz, man.
I've gone with the Rockets. I just think Rockets can really
Yeah, I
I
see what
think
you
they're
mean
really
because like Jaden Ivey and Jalen Green are both two really explosive players who can just like shoot and drive in. And, like they can flip in, they can score, they can pass, they can do it all. I guess
the Grizzlies versus the Nets.
it's got to be the
I think
Grizzlies, right?
personally, I
Grizzlies,
think the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
I think the Grizzlies. Are we the underdogs? Yeah, I actually expect them to be the underdogs because
Yeah,
obviously.
no, Nets have done bad. Ben Simmons doesn't look like his old self when he's come back,
Yeah,
and
KD obviously.
of course Ben Simmons, most of his things that were good about him was kind of like
You can't
it kind of came with his body.
leave
Like
Seth Curry out. Obviously, would you say Seth Curry's better than his brother?
I'll leave that question for you.
Honestly, Seth Curry, clear of Steph. Steph Curry learned all these things of Seth Curry. Seth Curry's clear. He
To be
learned
fair,
from Seth.
Seth Curry's the older brother, but he got in the league later.
Yeah, it's because Steph Curry learned off him. That's why. And he was like, "Nah, I need to teach my brother a lesson. I need to teach my brother a lesson." Steph Curry was taught by his brother, bro. Steph Curry was taught by his brother.
Let's not be too ridiculous. Yeah, John Morant is averaging an insane 7 assists and 34 points, which is crazy.
Yeah,
He's
I think
a madman, an explosive one at that.
Steph Curry is out for this game. Timberwolves
Minnesota.
Spurs. I think Timberwolves quite easily.
I don't know. Timberwolves, probably, yeah, because Rudy Gobert is going to stop potentially. I think he's going to stop a lot of attacks on the inside. Shooting wise, I think Anthony Edwards has a pretty good defense, and Karl Anthony Towns should be fine. Karl Anthony Towns is a pretty good perimeter defender. Like generally, they don't have many holes. The only person who could possibly be exploited is like D'Angelo Russell, or however you say that, D'Angelo Russell. Yeah, that's how you say it. D'Angelo Russell. That's like the only person who could be exploited defensively.
Yeah.
But so that's
where the Spurs.
The matchups
are that good.
The matchups, yeah, they're not that good. The matchups go in favor they go dominantly in favor of the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think there's going to be a blowout to the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I think it will be Trailblazers versus the Nuggets. Will Trailblazers the first real test? The first real test.
Nuggets for sure. I think Nuggets.
Nuggets will teach them a lesson. Obviously,
I don't think
Nuggets just. Actually, 42%. I'm going with the Trailblazers, so very close. I think that's probably a good start, though.
Yeah, like they have a pretty good start with Damian Lillard scoring a lot of points, but I think like all matchups. See, look, Jamal Murray I think he's a bit taller than Damian Lillard, and he matches up with him well. I don't know if he plays the one though. I don't know if he plays the point guard though.
Yeah.
But I think whoever's on point guard, Michael Porter Jr. or Jamal Murray will be decently good. Because Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., they both have an advantage height against him, and they're both pretty good perimeter defenders. But like Jokic can't be stopped. And those two can score a lot of points. Yes, it's just Nuggets. Nuggets is the safe bet.
Yeah, I think Nuggets. I think Trailblazers. This is where they lose their first game. terms of the Wednesday games, I think this reckon.
Anything is possible.
This will be the last games we predict. Wizards versus the Pistons.
Wizards, casual Wizards. Let's go.
I think Wizards should win. Pistons haven't had a great start. I think Wizards. And look at that, so 80% basically predict the Wizards. Pelicans versus the Mavericks.
Pelicans. This is a tough game, but I think I'll go Pelicans.
They will have confidence after that Grizzlies game. They will have confidence.
Nah, you don't understand, man. Pelicans are a big team. They've got Zion Williamson, CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram. That's their big three, and team is quite decent. Like there'll be a higher seed for sure. Like I think I probably bet on Pelicans, but this could go either way. This could go either way. Luka Doncic and Christian Wood. Luka Doncic is a madman. He's crazy man, crazy guy.
This is going to be very good.
There's nothing you can do against Luka Doncic. Like
it is in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's a home advantage. You don't understand, man. You never seen Zion Williamson play. He's crazy. He has been injured for 2 years, and he is coming back strong. But then again, Luka Doncic could go off, but I think it's more likely the Pelicans will dominate. It doesn't even matter if they win. They'll probably dominate either way. But I don't think Luka Doncic has a chance off. There's no way, because that's like a.
The Pelicans. Honestly, they are the underdogs in the game. Only 32% going for them. Basically, 70% going for the Mavericks.
Luka Doncic is just a crazy guy, and Christian Wood is a pretty good pairing next to him. They're both combined for
the Thunder. I think the Clippers. Yeah. Maybe in a blowout. Thunder haven't had a particularly great start. 0-3 actually, so not a good start. I think they'll go 0-4. Clippers just too good.
There's nothing they can do really.
The Warriors. Suns continue their good start. Will Warriors show them who's boss? Obviously, you got the typical Steph Currys, the Devin Bookers, but Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins as well. The typical three for him. Who do you think? Obviously, Steph Curry being.
I don't know.
By Steph.
It's really when it comes to matchups, they're pretty even. Pretty even. I would say.
Yeah.
But I think DeAndre Ayton is better than James Wiseman in the center. So I think I don't know. It's a really equal game. The Warriors are hotter, I would say. Probably. I think the Warriors probably will be voted for more. I'm going to go for the Suns. I think they're going to go for a shock victory, kind of. It's kind of a shock. Because the Warriors are usually really good. They're even graceful in defeat. And by that, I mean, like, they usually play really good. They're not really blown out or anything. And when they are, like, Steph Curry usually, like, still gets a large amount of points. And it's still really a tough game.
Also, Warriors are usually a different in the playoffs as well.
I'm going for a hot take though. I'm going for a hot take. Suns.
Yeah, a hot take, as you can see. Before we go to it, Jason Tatum or Steph Curry.
Jason. Oh, that's tough. I really want to say Jason Tatum, but I really don't know. Oh my god. I think Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum.
Oh, a hot take.
Nah, it's not even that hot. It is really hot because he's better than him, I think. Because
Steph Curry.
That's a really
Steph
tough
Curry did change
decision.
The game, though. He did change
Steph Curry,
the NBA as we know it.
Yeah, but that's like ages ago. I'm not talking about then. I'm talking about now, currently, and generally. I think Steph Curry is more explosive, but Jason Tatum, I don't know. I think Steph Curry's better actually. Steph Curry will probably.
What I look at, especially in the finals last year, in the playoff final.
Yeah, Steph Curry is
was
the MVP that he finally wanted. So yeah, Jason Tatum disappeared in the finals. So what can you say? It's got to be Steph Curry. I don't like to admit defeat, but I have to. I have to admit defeat. Like, that's the only option
You're
here.
right. Rory's one of the favourites, but we went for that hot take.
Yeah, I think
that
Phoenix could definitely win that one. Phoenix could definitely win that one because I think DeAndre will beat James Wiseman. James Wiseman won't be enough to hold off DeAndre.
No. I'm guessing Suns are
I
your
don't-
shock team of the week.
Shock.
Who
Yeah,
do you think will be the best player this week in terms of performance? Who do you think will be have the best performance? Based on your prediction, maybe Devin Booker, maybe.
No, I don't. I would probably say.
Yeah, I mean, we said Timberwolves will be a blowout.
It's crazy.
Rockets, we said a win.
I think Anthony. I think Anthony Edwards could probably have a big game. I think Anthony Edwards is gonna have like a near 40-point game. Like, I think he's gonna have a 40-point game. Anthony Edwards for the Timberwolves. He's gonna have a big game because Spurs. I don't think no one on the Spurs roster can guard him, and I think he's just gonna dominate. You know, as a star of Minnesota. Minnesota. He's just gonna dominate. I guess. Don't know what to say to you. He is the man, and Spurs are a weak team where he can just go to work. They don't even have to play half the roster. They just half the starting lineup shouldn't have to be played.
Him, or if 76ers do win, I think maybe Joel Embiid.
There's doubts there. There's doubts. There's big doubts.
There, yeah. Like we say surely they'll win, but even then, like they lost to the Spurs. Pacers are in a similar situation, so yeah. But without further ado, guys, I think that will be it. Obviously, Yusuf, thanks for coming on. You can find me on Kenny Talks Footy on YouTube. Is there anywhere you want them to find you, Yusuf, or can we just end it there?
Nah, it's fine, man. It's fine. It's fun coming on here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
See ya.
We'll see you in a bit.
Crazy NBA. Dope.